tried getting a few liners on, and one was really close. One almost worked for us, but just some slight changes need to be made and fitted more correct, and it's just a matter of trial and error. I think the only way you can do it is to physically be there and try it out. Today it didn't work out, so it's just a matter of coming back and trying it again.
See, it's gonna work great on him up there.
Mm-hmm.
See this?
So much room down there.
See that? The liner's gotta be tight enough to fit him pretty intimately down here. So the measurement I took, the 400 should have worked, but it was too loose. So I'm gonna have to go smaller. And that's what I'm looking at now to see. I'll probably go the next 2 smaller sizes down.
The distal part of the limb, at the end, there was a little too much slack in there. You could really pinch it and grab it, and it needs to be a real tight fit, especially because of you can get some sweat down there and it could get real nasty, and you don't want that. So it's got to be a nice, snug, real tight fit. It's just a matter of finding the right one, finding the right piece of the puzzle.
Are you up to giving it as many shots as it needs?
Absolutely. And I'm already on the road to getting back to it, so this is minor compared to stuff we've been going through. So I trust Mark. I trust Mark to get it figured out.
First rodeo.
It's not his first rodeo. I'll figure it out.
So then just go like that, and then I'm actually gonna let you do it the rest of the way.
Today went well because it was like I said, last time, trial and error. Last week it didn't work. One was too big, one was too small. This one happened to be just perfect, absolutely perfect. Kind of, Mark called me yesterday and said he thinks we might have a problem with it, but we were both surprised to find that it worked out.
So yeah, so when you're standing up here, that was but I'm not getting any. That's good and taut. So I'm not worried about that at all. I would like to have him wear this liner until he comes back next week, Monday or Tuesday, for 2 reasons. It'll put more compression on his residuum to help him. He might go down a little bit more, shrink down a little bit more. Plus, it's also going to allow him time to work with it at home for putting it on and off. Get used to doing that, find out what works best, and then we'll probably get going on a socket.
Mm-hmm. Very exciting.
Yep.
So this is a test socket. It's this clear material so the prosthetist can see what's going on inside there. This clear material, is good for visualization, but it's a very heavy material, so it's heavier than what his final prosthesis is going to be. But he, can look at this, and then he can figure out before he goes to the next socket where he wants to add more material, take material away, change the shape a little bit, so that he has as comfortable and stable a fit as possible. I really want to get that honed in, and plus it's allowing us to get a little bit of volume reduction before we go to that, so that when he gets to the next socket, he's not changing rapidly anymore.
So what I'm going to do is just slide it this way and give yourself a little bit quicker relief there. Cool. So we've just fit Andrew with what we call the infinite socket, which is an adjustable socket system. So this is kind of the next evolution of prosthetics as we get to a fully adjustable socket that has flexibility and dynamic struts built into the mix. So every time he steps, those carbon fiber struts flex and give like a shock absorber. So he's not taking a pounding in his leg every time. And then the beauty is it's fully adjustable down the road. So as Andrew gets more active, as he changes shape, as things change just in general, he can adjust, the prosthetist can adjust, it can all be changed in real time, tighten or loosen the socket, depending on his activities, depending on how he feels in a particular day. We don't have those luxuries within the socket until now.
The test socket, because my limb shrank, I was getting some slip out. Like when I would pick the leg up, the leg would kind of stay for a second and I'd like drag it a little bit, you know what I mean? The weight of it. This feels just like it's part of my body. It just feels like natural. I'm not feeling slip.
Suction suspension will do that, and that's why I prefer suction suspension. But back when we started,
we did the lanyard.
Well, because that arm wasn't working too well.
Yeah.
So, but then he was amazing. Once I got him up and walked, like within 3 days, he was just flying.